Are you looking to build an unbelievable team culture? Tune into Agent Hacks right now. The real estate industry is full of people doing things a certain way because that's how they always have been done. These are not those techniques. If you want to get punched in the throat with the most aggressive and innovative ways to generate business and run your real estate practice, check out Agent Hacks. Welcome back to Agent Hacks. I'm Tom Toole. This is Eric Crumbaker with the CG Group in Claremont, California. So if you're looking to move to that area, that's who you need to call. He has built an unbelievable team culture. We've talked about it. We're in a mastermind group together. We're here at the Tom Ferry Summit now. This is where we actually met. So Eric, tell me a little bit about how you built the culture and how you kind of got it to the level that it is right now.
Man, in all reality, we could really go from A to Z. The top three, I would say, is the first. You know what? Building cultures, really, it's a delicate thing to do. Not everyone can do it. A lot of people can. It takes great people, and great people creates a good culture. And finding those great people are key, and that is what's the hardest part, finding good people. I mean, if you walk around town, go to the store, there's so many bad people in this world, and to distinguish that and to vet those people to find good people that fit the culture that you're looking for is always hard. So I've always come back to A, B, and C players, and you want to have A players on your team.
Okay.
And it's hard to go and immediately just go and find A players. So you get some really good B players, and you kind of build them up to be A's. There's one thing I do know. A, B's, and C's, they don't work very well together. So when you're trying to build a really strong culture and you've got some A's and you got some C's and you got some B's, you'll notice A's and C's don't really play well together. So you want to make sure that you're always uplifting your people and getting them better than what they already have, getting the A's to work together and getting rid of the C's. And I feel for culture-wise, getting the right people is always the biggest part of creating the culture for the team.
Well, I mean, I've had hiring challenges. I know you've had them. We've talked off camera here about all this. So, what are some of the questions you ask to kind of vet through those people? Because I know one bad apple, I mean, they can ruin the bunch. It's one of those dumb acronyms you hear your entire life, but it is so true. And I've gone through it myself personally. So, tell me a little bit about how you try to vet them out, because at the beginning I hired anybody and then it didn't work. So I kind of know what you're talking about here on a very personal level.
Yeah, in all reality, you have a really strong team, and to be part of a strong culture, like both of our teams, we strive to have good culture. And to bring those types of people on, you want to make sure you vet them well. And I don't know about you, but when I started bringing people on 5-6 years ago, I really was just putting bodies in positions. I needed people, and if you passed a quick 20-30 minute interview that I had with you, I pretty much hired you on the spot.
I've done it too. I mean, I think everyone has.
I think we have. And I think that's where you learn to be better and level up every single time, because I've come to find out when you are with a great team, you've got great people, people want to be there. They want to wake up in the morning, they want to be with the people that pick them up, push them, encourage them, and hold them accountable. And that's the team environment and culture that you're looking for. And when you don't have that, that's where problems start coming up. So when I'm interviewing people, I go through a series of questions now that I used to never talk to people before. And some of the big questions that I ask are, this is what it takes to win with me. What does it take to win with you? This is what it takes to lose with me. What does it take to lose with you? Give me an instance in your childhood that you had to overcome an obstacle. What are your finances? What are your family's finances? What do you want to be in 5 years? Do you want to lead a team? Do you want to be in a team? What are your aspirations? I used to not ask these questions. I used to kind of keep it professional. And then when I've realized culture is everything, you have to be a level 10 in everything. Your family, your work life, your kids' life, other things that you do in the community. And those are the people that you want to work with you. So when you really vet those people out and you bring them into a culture like a team that you have or a team like I have, it resonates to the group and it brings other people in, because at the end of the day, like Tom said earlier, you're finding your tribe.
Well, like attracts like. I mean, what ends up happening is when you bring on a certain kind of person and you lower your standards, then you kind of get more of those people, and then you've got some real problems on your hands because you think you need bodies over culture. And what I heard you say there is you're cutting out a lot of the BS because you can't fake your way through those questions. I've had people fake their way through interviews with me a lot. I mean, this is a subject here we've talked about. So when you're asking questions about your family, about money, those sort of things, you're going to find out what's going on with that person. And if they're not opening up about it, then they're probably not the right person to work with you because you see a lot of these people. You're working together all the time. Any like culture building events you guys implement or anything that you've done to try to help the culture gel a little bit? Because when you're introducing new people, it's always a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah, and currently as we speak, I'm glad you brought that up. We have somebody right now, as we're down at the summit, we brought on a new admin. And what's going on is the rest of our admin squad is at the office. And they're taking her to lunch every single day.
Awesome.
And they're getting to know who she is.
Awesome.
And they're also doing small things around the office to kind of get an understanding who she is on a personal level, not on a work level. I've kind of sent them over things that I want them to do, different activities.
Yeah.
They interview with me, they interview with Shar, they interview with Dennis, all separately. So they each get different interviews so we can all have different feedback to bring back to each other. And then we all go to lunch together as a team. And I think you do kind of the same thing. We all kind of go to lunch and kind of go over that and kind of break them down.
Well, because they're going to be part of a team, you have to see what the team thinks too. Even if they're not making the decision, if my whole team came up to me and said, hey, we do not like this person, you've got to think about the people you have there as well, because culture is not only addition, it's retention.
It's so true. And one thing that I do always add, I always tell everyone on our team, I need your feedback. Because if you don't have a good feeling, this is not going to happen.
Absolutely.
And it gives everyone on the team a feeling of stability that their voice is heard and they do matter.
For sure. So I think to wrap here, I got a lot of good nuggets out of this. Cutting out the BS, getting to the real person, because it's about the person, not necessarily the job. A and B players, try to level the B players up as you go.
Big time. And
getting to know them on a personal level so everyone gels and you can have that culture where you got each other's back and you can count on somebody.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, Tom, we do. Our biggest thing before we end, we do Gratefuls every single morning. We get on Zoom, we do Gratefuls, our whole team on a video conference, and I always talk about it.
What's a grateful for the people watching if they don't know?
So every single day, we just talk about things that we're grateful for. So we'll get on, I'll have my phone here, we're all on video conference, and I'll just say, hey, I'm grateful for my friends, my family, the things that we're doing. We're pushing limits, we're holding each other accountable. I'm grateful for you guys as people. You guys make me better, you make me level up. And at the end of the day, every single day I wake up and I strive to come to work. I live an hour from my office. I wake up excited every single day to walk up, to get up, get on these Gratefuls, to go to the office. And I tell everybody, when they don't have that same feeling as I do, that's when I want to start having conversations, because I want everyone in our office to wake up and love to come to the office and love to get on Gratefuls. And we do.
And if you don't love where you're going, you're not going to want to be there in the first place.
Dude, at the end of the day, it's so true. So
that's a great way to end it.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff, brother.
Hey.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.